Yo, what is up, armies? Welcome back to the channel. So, for today's video, we'll be doing my self introduction video. I want to try to go a little bit faster today, so let's see if I can get everything down. So, we'll be talking about pretty much my school life, my elevations, where do I go to school, who was my best friends were at the time, my oldest days to now. I was talking about my family's life and all of that kind of stuff. So we're talking about that as well, and who do I become best friends with, and all of that. What school did I go to? So I kind of like explain to you guys that and what I do, as a YouTuber. So let's get started. So at first, I started my very first um, career job in YouTube back in 2019. This is where I started YouTube. My mom got me into that. My mom influenced me to do better, and my mom influenced me how to become more of a vlogger, a YouTuber. So after my mom got me into that, I started filming my own YouTube videos and all of that videos to put on my channel. And then yeah, and one day I could be a YouTuber just like this. So yeah, so my mom got me into that. My sister was my co-star friend, a sister of mine at that time. She was a lot younger, as you can see in my oldest videos. But yeah, and also this is where I first started going to school, which was Levenheim Pioneer Elementary School. Is where the Eagles soar. We did a lot of activities there that I never could imagine, like Grandparents' Day, a lot of performances, sixth grade play, Jockathon, and it was like amazing. We did all of that, and bro, it just I didn't know for a fact that that will also affect me too. I thought it was just gonna be like for other people, but it was the whole class, the whole school did it, and it was amazing, and I had the experience, a lifetime opportunity that I able to do it as well. So we did a lap, pretty much, and they'll count the lap, and the bag is your a score. So that means that you would have number 1 to 103 or 4, and they will count the laps through that, and they'll have that check mark and stuff like that, and keep on running that. After you get tired, or if you don't want to do anymore, then you have that score on you, but it will still be on the bag. And then they'll have prizes for you, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun that way. So it's gonna be like a social interact with that, and how to do sport, how to do this, and how to just pretty much, be active and be fun and just have fun and social interact with other people and stuff like that. So yeah, and then not just that too, but there is a way to at least get in and have a lot of fun. At least be more of an active school, and just be who we really are in that. They teach you to do better, and yeah, this is what it is. And yeah, the school is based out of hands-on structure, building, um, just hands-on, and just have that integrity where you put your mind to. You have your own way to grow things and to build things in life, and then that's where they help you going through all of that to meet your goals, to do work in that, and with groups and with different things and different mind goals and what they do in that, so they meet your goals in that way. To start off your educational goals that in that instant, and then sooner then you got promoted up to OCMS, which was Oak Crest Middle School. At that time, they also will meet your goals too, and they will track your status, your data, and all of that. And so, in that progress and what you have done there as well. So that is like another thing to get your spirits spirits high and how to be that wave. I've been there, and also this is where I met Finn and Emmy for the very first time. And so I met Finn first, and Finn was my go-to guy that I go to. I met him, I hit, and introduced myself to him, and then we became friends, and then we started thinking about DNF and how to start that off, and um, we started DNF there, and as well as how to make friends, and also like we're talking about our common interests, all of that. So like that, so that's where things got started, and where where he introduced me to the family, and that's where we also started, me going to hockey. He introduced me to hockey, and I've been part of the team for a while now. It's been a couple years, so it's been amazing. And also, this is where I also met Emmy. So after Finn, I met Emmy, pretty much, and so Emmy was, was just, shy at first. When I was there, I didn't know that for a fact that if I have, if I, and also like the thing is, I didn't know for a fact that she would be my girl. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, cause when I lay my eyes on her, I didn't know that she would be my girl. Like I thought that we were gonna hit it off as friends, but we started to social interact with one another, and we just hang, and stuff like that. It was amazing. We talked, and we just have that vibe. So we going along with that vibe and going with the flow and see how the journey leads us by. And after we meet our goals in that way, after that, then we promoted up to Mavericks. Yes, sir. LCC, La Costa Canyon, home of the Mavericks. There is where I, meet all my goals there, be hands on, and just teach people how to become better and rather things that we could do, and the social interact with other people, that how you can influence people how to become better and ever and shine bright, like who you really are in that situation. And that mindset that you are growing out is not a fact about education, about this and that, but it's like learning strategies how to become better, how to even, I don't know, like just become an independent, and be social with one another, and just who you really are and put your mind to. They'll help you grow, and after that, then you become an independent young adult. So that's what they teach you how to be that, and in that way. So I was in there for 4 years. I was in a basketball team for 3 years, and I had my great time there as well too. In the 3 years, they teach me all about independence, resilience, discipline, all that stuff. So that was part of my way there when I was there. They introduced me to basketball and football, and there's some other teams as well too over there. Cheer team, dance team, and some other people there as well. Theater and all that kind of stuff. Yes sir. Showcases, good to meet shows, everything like that. Best pals, Stampede Squad. So it's kind of a thing too. And don't forget some senior activities. Like prom, boat dance, formal. Yeah. Homecoming. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Senior assemblies, signing yearbook and dinner party, all of that stuff, pretty much. Like we just grow even more, and how to become better in that healthier lifestyle, and be fun and be hyped, and to see the day that you are gonna be graduating in the class of 2025. So that's what I did as well too, and how I become in that person and be in the position that I really once were. And it's amazing to know that I have a lot of friends there, and friends there that always will call me in, and always will, yeah, just continue the journey there, and just going along with the ride. Just be who you really are. Don't think anything outside. Don't think anything negative. Just think positive, and just be who you really are. don't influence you with any bad energy. Just influence you with good energy and the best way that you could be in your full year there in Mavericks, and they will teach you how to do better things in life and to show off that you have the best integrity and that bravery, the milestone that you have in that, and they will help you continue your life being at Coast. So that is another thing too that also helps you in that way. So that's why that's really important for that as well. That's where I started DNF. That's where we form on it, how to become a better team and become that. Team Dragons was also another thing too that I made my basketball friends. I crowned them a dragon before that, and they pretty much teach me how to become better in my endurance and my discipline and what I do there. And my experience being part of the basketball team is one hell of a journey. And all the bus rides and everything, and it's been amazing and it's been incredible and stuff. That sometimes we do take the dub, sometimes we lost, but at the end of the day, winning or losing, it doesn't matter. It's just a game anyways. Like we don't want to think anything out of the bad, or what I mean, or anything like that. With the energy being that, I know it's hard because we have all the pressure on the players, but you have to know is that you have to you have to like learn quick, be quick on your feet, act fast, and just stand guard. So just be that and be who you really are in the position, and just be you and just play hard and think fast, and act fast in that game. So you know how it is, right? Become a dragon is be who it is that you have speed, you have endurance, discipline, and you have that integrity. That's how you become that. So that's why I crowned them a dragon. And not just that too, after that, then after I graduated I graduated and up to the wave of the Dolphin on the coast to now being in Coast Academy. I finally get to reunite with Finn, Steve, and other people. So I have new friends like Evan, Marissa, and all the people there. Marco, and Robin, Jing, Lily, Ari, all of those people there. Sid, Daniel, all of those people. What I mean? Like, it's been incredible. Jake, Amin, Chris, Kelsey, all those, like pretty much all those people there. What I mean? Like Kathleen, Lucy, all those people there. Steve and Finn and everybody else there, bro. Jacqueline and all those people there. Even all my friends there too, bro. Like, and then all the newcomers will be coming in the coast. It's super cool, bro. Like, at first I was nerve-wracking because I thought that like I was gonna be in Maria's class, but then I got transferred down to this Joe's, and it was like out of the blue, out of nowhere, because I thought I would be in that class for a fact. Because I thought like Finn and I would be like just one room away from each other. I thought I could hang out with him more, but now at the end of the day, I can't disrupt that attendance. I cannot disrupt the fact that if I'm going down, I'm not gonna see Finn anymore. I thought that way before, and the negative energy that I have, but like I was in a really bad place at the time. I thought that I was already fixing the class, so bro, I don't think that through anymore. This has been amazing anyway for me, and yeah. Now I was at coach now, and now I'm at coach, being part of the Dolphin and being part of the Dream Team. And so around that time is where we also made a team called Dream Team, which is considered a 4-member group, which was me, Brandon, Jonathan, and Jose. As sooner than Miss Jo wanted to be in too, so we got her and Kelsey. Not my friend Kelsey, but like my like I don't know how to say it, bro. Like my like the speech therapist, like coach aide, bowling partner, Kelsey, Flynn, yes sir. So yeah, she was. So I made her a part of the team too, as well, but not for Dream Team, but for Die Fam. So we got that out of the blue, as well. But Jonathan is not, but he's a Dream Team member, but he's not a Die Fam member. So we have that. But other than that, everything is good though, and yeah, that's it. And yeah, so now for my family business. So I would say it's not much, right? I would say we just have to focus on our goals. My goals, my sister's goals, my parents' goals. You know, the Train fam, we have our own businesses as well too. Cause I have my channel running, got my YouTube thing going and stuff like that. My art is also doing that as well. Right now we're doing strides during the summertime. That's great. So I already finished that year of course. Yes, there's this will be my second year coming soon. My sister, as well too, she got done with her freshman. So she just got done with her sophomore year. So she's now a junior, and I can't wait for school to open up again. So yes sir. So I can't wait. And I think that is pretty much it, right? There's not much, but we have that under control anyways, and yeah. But we're just focusing on the goal. So mine is YouTube, content creator, basketball player, and a friend. My sister is a gymnast, a gymnast, and just I don't know how to say it. Just a gymnast, I would say, right? A gymnast for my sister, and just focusing on her work and what she's doing and stuff. And then for my parents, my dad is doing, like entrepreneur, like scientific, computer science and digital marketing. I would say that she's working on like products and stuff like that. Importing some supplement into a different state, pretty much, and see what their status is on that, and some new things that they're gonna be pretty much making on there as well. So they do have like stuff in the making that maybe they're doing something new to it, to the packaging, to the supplements that they're working on. So that's something too that he is still working on that, and yeah, all that data tracking, the sheets, everything. So that's what she's doing right now. He's doing right now in that. So yeah, my dad's like the boss. He's like the one that's working on that. But I'm also the boss that's working with my channel, working with DieFam. So it's another thing too that And then my mom is, housewife. She's always doing chores. She's doing like keeping up with the work pretty much with me and my sister's like school stuff, and doing some emails and stuff like that with my sister and I's, things that my mom has to keep track on. So that's what she always do, keep an eye on the emails, just working on that, and working on her stuff basically. So that's what she does and what she is doing. So so she does that now, and that's it. And just like signing us up with camps and jobs, but right now we're still have that low-key vibe, and the Chain fam is growing even stronger than ever. But I know sometimes there's always down days, and always those like negative energy sometimes comes in, because my dad has that anger, but I don't really want to focus on that anymore. I feel like sometimes my dad has that anger that I don't want my sister to feel. I don't want my sister to have that pressure on that, but because I know my dad wants my sister to focus on her things and focus on her goal, what she's doing and stuff like that. And I don't want I know my dad wants my sister to don't fall into the wrong path. Just focus on one goal only. And and she keeps on like losing focus and stuff like that, and that's what my dad always has that anger towards him, and I don't want him to put a lot of pressure on my sister. Because at the end of the day, it's not her fault. It's my dad. You know, he has that anger management that he can't handle his own reputation, his own anger, and that emotion and stuff like that. So I don't want my dad to have that energy towards her. I don't want her to have, you know, that I call that. I don't want her to have that. You know, I mean, I don't want her to break down. I don't want her to, you know, lose focus on stuff. I don't want her to. I don't want her mind to. You know, I mean, to lose focus on things that doesn't. You know, I mean, like. You know, like it. You know, like. My dad doesn't even know what my sister is focusing on. You know, like he doesn't even know what is best for my sister. You know what I mean? She wants to do what's best for her. I get it, but he's not like a type of person where, you know, like he, you know, like cannot even handle his own stress. You know, he always have to put it onto my sister, which is unacceptable. I would say, you cannot be doing that if my sister is not doing anything wrong. She's not you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And you don't know what is right to be in her shoes. You know, I'm her older brother. I want to do what's right for her. I don't want her to go through any, you know, I don't want her to go through even more, you know, like, you know, stress. I don't want her to feel that pressure. I don't want her to be under the spotlight. I want her to focus on what she's doing right now, and just focus on her stuff, being a gymnast, being a, you know, like, just focus on what she's doing, and, you know, continue to vibe and going along the flow with the family. You know, like, my dad doesn't know how to bring that. I don't know how to say it, but my dad doesn't know how to really fix that emotion. My dad doesn't know how to, you know, manage his own emotions that way, and stuff like that. I know that he wants to do what's best for my sister, but I would say that yelling and scolding her is not the best way to, you know. I mean, my sister counts on my dad. He always looks up to my dad. He always looks up to our dad, but if he's being like immature and being like that, like, you know, like, I don't know how if my sister would have that, you know, like, stress towards her. She always has that thing that, you know what I mean, like, always triggers her to break down in tears, or lose focus on that, lose track of scheduling, you know, her gymnastics thing. What if things go wrong? What if things fall into the wrong direction? Like, you know, so that's why he doesn't want to, you know, like, do this and that, because, you know, what if my dad has that anger management again? So that is what I don't like, you know, that, and I know everything about it because, like, I have the same situation, I have the same experience as well, because I know what's happening, because, like, I know for a fact that Finn has the same thing as well too, and I go through that every single day in my life. You know, if it has that emotion, so that is why, you know, anger management. That's why, you know, things always going to the wrong direction. But I want it to be in the right direction. God will always guide you and lead you in a different way to always help you continue and rebuild your legacy up in that chain fam. You know, just be a part of the family. You know, and just go your own way. You don't have to interfere with this and that. You know, like, it's not right. But at the end of the day, just focus on what you're doing. You know, and just be happy. Do not let anybody get to you, and just stay true to yourself. Do not let anybody, like, lose track. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody, you know, like, dumb you on the side. Just going through your mind like a bullet train. Just punch through it. You know, the past is already in the past. Don't have that negative energy towards you anymore. Be in your heart. Just don't block every signal in your brain and just just go through it. You know, I mean, just be the past. Just be in the, you know, like, just don't be in the past. Like, focus on your future. Focus on brighter things and focus on what you're doing right now. You know, so just go through with that. You know, like bullet train. You know. Or just like what I am too, you know, like I'm always on the grind, I'm always doing this and you know, and I always continue my YouTube legacy and just be who I really am in that position and what I am right now. Because me and Finn's situation, we're both in a great, you know, relationship and our status is pretty amazing and yeah. And others that too, you know, like we also started a company, we started our own things that we wanted to work on and we want to build up that legacy for us and have that in our hearts, and I know that we want to work for each other. So I know that it will continue that vibe, you know, continue that in that lifestyle that we want to be as, and to continue as the Die fam. So yeah, we want to build an aquatic center, a studio. So like it's a whole different things, but we're not talking about it just yet, you know. We also want to have our own family too someday, so that's another thing too that I'm still working on it with Finn. But yeah, not just that too, but for Emmy, my girl. So she's actually my girl now. We did announce her to the world on May 15th, 2025. That's our last month before we graduated up to Coast. So pretty much I announced that to the world that me and Emmy started dating. We're both now boyfriend and girlfriends. We are in a healthy relationship right now, and we're meant to be together. And I know for a fact that this wouldn't change anything without us being here at Coast, and we'll do better and just continue in that healthy relationship and that lifestyle that we want to be. And God will always teach us how to be better than ever before, and He will always have the light in us and trust in us, and I know that whatever it takes to be who we really are in a position is to take time with each other and just prepare for the fact that we're gonna have a family soon. You know, like I want to have a family with her, and you know, and she agrees with me, and you know, we want to be in that, you know, relationship that way. You know, and so we're like this now. We're like this. You know, like we want to be like 100% together and to be who I really am right now in the position. So that's what we really want. But the next step is now to put on that ring. To put on that ring. But hey, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm 100% ready, but I'm not sure about her just yet. So we'll see. Or oh god, I'm kind of like dizzy right now, bro. But yeah. But yeah. You know what? I'll be back. Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. I think I was dizzy, but okay. But other than that, I think it's good for right now. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on post notifications. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. Dive out.